Hello and welcome to the His and Her Show with Jody
and Alex.
And today we're going to talk about challenges, but from a different point of view. So 2 weeks ago we mentioned, challenges of parenthood and life in general. But we sometimes forget that children also have these challenges, or they can be affected by even the challenges that are going on in our own lives.
Yeah, they're not they're not isolated from that, and they'll be going through their own challenges, and you might not even know.
Yeah. And they can hear, they sometimes can see, sense, and hear the challenges we're going through as well as parents.
Yeah, especially if your kids are empaths.
Yes.
They feel a lot more.
Yeah,
so
they definitely do. So it's just understanding that, our children go through them as well.
And knowing maybe how to identify that they're going through it, how to help them
how about we share what's been going on? So we mentioned the teacher strike. Our daughter's feeling that too. And actually it was such a point where they were going on strike. I think it was at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
It was definitely 2. And sometimes I think we had 3. And it was just, she had no idea what day was school. She had no idea what day the weekend was. It was just this chaos of non-knowing, am I going to school? Am I not? And it got so bad that she's like, I don't want to go to school anymore.
Yeah.
Our kid that never mentioned that she didn't want to go to school, all of a sudden didn't want to go to school anymore. So we had to, take a step back and just really honor her and honor where she was. Yes, we were facing the struggles of fitting in our work, moving around our schedules to accommodate the strike days. Mm-hmm. But we forgot about the most important part, our daughter that was also going through it, right? So we had to take that moment to be like, how are you feeling? And we had to check in with her.
Yeah.
And see what was going on. She's also had a teacher at the beginning of the year that actually left. She's had so many changes throughout the school year.
Friends leaving.
Yeah, her best friend moved. Just so many things. So every kid has different things going on in their lives as much as we do. So, we can get so caught up in our own life, our own challenges and struggles that we sometimes forget that there's other people in our life that are also going through things that need some extra love too.
Yeah. And for me, I wasn't sure. I didn't really know until her behavior shifted and changed, and her attitude shifted and changed. And just coming at it directly didn't really work. Trying with, at least between me, between me and her, trying to get at what
it
was
has
actually
to be
bothering
her
me.
idea. She's very independent, so she has to it has to come from her. It's about creating a safe space.
Yes.
And then she'll share when she feels safe.
Yeah. So like I said, the way I would do things,
head on. Let's just do it.
It's not working at all. She would just shut right down, and we wouldn't get anywhere. So definitely being able to create the space, generally try and keep positive and happy and just curious and really listen. And that sort of helped her share. And then we were understanding, oh man, yeah, you and then we talked about it later. We're she's going through a lot right now.
Yes. Yeah.
We gotta, we have to, like you said, we have to honor her and love her and, and be tell her that no matter what, we love her.
Yes.
And that things are going to, that we'll
it's
get
just
through
being
this.
mindful and things too. And another thing that we've done, I think we've been doing this before all these changes, because she doesn't like to share about her day, or a lot of the time she didn't. I'd come out at different ways of instead of just saying how's your day, or what did you learn today, or just anything. I actually was getting into deeper questions, and they still didn't work. And this is where sometimes parenting advice, it depends on your child and your situations. So what we have now done is we have it's almost like a sharing circle, but she doesn't want to do it until it's bedtime. And if that's her prolonging bedtime, I'm okay with that as long as she's sharing about her day. Mm. So what we do is actually we share about our day first. I think we first had her share about her day, but then she wanted us to share about ours.
She did, yeah.
And I openly share about my struggles and things that's going on. I don't go into crazy details, but I share. I want her to know that I too have things that, challenges and things that come up, things that, when I have a bad day, I tell her, I had a challenging day or whatever. I'm open and honest. And then this way, this allows her to be open and honest about her day as well.
Yeah, that's true. And it's good for her too, because she's starting to get a sense that, hey, when I go to school, like mommy and daddy aren't just sitting at home. Like,
oh yeah, like I've
TV,
actually had that teenage moment where
like they get that. They're starting to get like, oh, they actually like they have their own things to going on. And
we're not just sitting home watching TV.
Yeah, we're not just sitting home watching TV. It's like, and they're punishing me by making me go to school or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, no, they are actually doing things. So.
Kind of, sort of. I don't know if she believes that yet, because I forget there's something that was dirty, and she's like, "Why don't you clean the house, Mom? Do your job."
That was terrible.
I'm like,
yeah.
I forget. It was like a teenage moment. I was like, "Whoa, where is this coming from?" So, anyways,
I blame TV on that one.
Yeah.
For that particular comment, but yeah,
I forget what was dirty, but anyways, it was funny.
So
scary.
by sharing what we do during the day,
Mm-hmm.
she's starting to get a sense that we do things during the day that may not actually line up with what in her head she thinks we're doing in the day. So that's helping a lot.
For a big one for me though, is just sharing that, we all have things going on.
Yeah.
So
I especially like it when we do the share where I can talk about a challenge in terms hopefully she can understand, or try to make it understand. It's computer programming, it's technical work, or it's something job related, but I try to break it down into something that she can sort of understand or relate to. Luckily, I pay attention while they watch cartoons, so I can try and pull in different storylines like that.
Luckily, I do not pay attention to cartoons.
And then you're just better at sharing in general. But anyway, so then she's able to see that, okay, yeah, mom and dad got their own challenges, and this is how they sort of went through them as well. And it's the next best thing, I think, to modeling how to get through a challenge, because she can't observe everything that we're going through all the time. She's got her own life to live. So by sharing about them and talking about them, I'm hoping that we're giving her a toolbox that she's putting together to help with her own challenges. So.
And I see it more of like an opening, like an outlet to just open up and be honest and open. So when I share openly and honest and authentically, so then she has that room to do the same. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, things are going to pop up. Like we've had things pop up throughout the school year that, challenges and things, and each situation is different. Like it can't just be.
Absolutely.
But the cool thing is, because she went to forest school, she has a toolbox as well of, magic spots, so meditation and breathing and things like that. And she loves doing yoga with me. So it's building those things. And I think it's just allowing your children to partake in those self-love practices along with you. I have the fine challenge, though, of like doing it with them and then finding time to do it on my own. So I don't want to say get more out of it, but I get more like You're
doing it for you too,
yes.
Not just for them, which is important.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the self part of self-love, self-care.
Exactly. So, but I want to also incorporate some of them with the children, so our kids, see that, because it's one thing. One thing is telling them, but also to see it and show it and mirroring it and modeling it is super important as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just like how during that share we can sort of, if you can't model it, then talking about it is the next best thing. And of course, giving her a space in which she can just share about her day is super important, because otherwise what she's feeling gets bottled up inside and then comes out in other ways, right? So
yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes though, there's certain things that she does want. It's funny. You'll leave the room and then she'll share.
That's
so I'm not sure
yeah.
why, but yeah, she just there's certain things that she just.
Hopefully, she'll get to the point where she's like, "I need to tell mommy something now, Daddy. Just leave."
Yeah.
So, I think we're almost there. She's sort of just like, "Leave, Daddy," which is.
So maybe she'll add a little bit like, "Please."
yeah, something a little softer, but I'm not taking it personally.
Yeah.
So, and if she's sharing stuff with you afterwards, then that's fine. So. And just in case anybody's curious, no, I don't need to know what she shared afterwards. So it's I want her to feel like if she wants.
It has nothing to do with you. That's the funny thing. She just feels very open.
I know that, and or you've told me that, and that's fine. But I mean, I'm not the kind of person that wants to know what was said when I'm not in the room.
But it's amazing though, because I will just sit there and I can tell there's something there going on behind her beautiful eyes. and I'll just be quiet until she speaks.
Okay. Maybe you should tell me to leave next time. She wants to tell me something, but you're still here.
Oh, I don't usually.
Okay.
I just have to. Your energy's in the room, right? So I can't actually. It's your energy that
there's
I have
there's
to,
that too. Yeah. I've been getting into the habit of going to feed the cats. So that's a chance when she'll open up, hopefully. Cats are bugging us anyways.
Yeah. Meow, I want food. Like now.
So yeah, kids have their own challenges of all kinds. And
so it can be very tricky though as parents, right? Because like I said, we were so busy figuring out the whole strike thing. When are we going to do this? I was constantly having to pay attention, like when are they striking next and all this stuff. And we can drop the ball in other areas and realize that our children are feeling it too.
Yeah, we were focused so much on our own challenges in our own life and how the strike
how was it
affecting
affecting? Yeah,
and like we obviously the strike affects your kid or our Anastasia. It affected her because now she's not going to school and now she's at home. But it was more than that, and when we realized that it was more than that, then we were able to step back.
Yes,
and support her the way she needed to be supported. And I think that's what turned out really well, actually.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yes.
And then there's going to be challenges that we won't know about unless they open up, and that's where we're building that rapport with her at night with sharing. Actually, some of the times she doesn't wait till nighttime. It's sometimes on our way home from walking. However, I've learned that she's not, I can't ask questions. I literally just have to allow space. So what I've done now is if she's quiet, I'm quiet too. And it's just being mindful and just present with her. And it really allows that space for her to open up. Now, I don't know if this probably doesn't work with every kid. And a lot of, I've seen a lot of different parenting advice where it's like, ask these questions instead of these questions. And I definitely tried all of them. And it's just, for me personally, I found it's just allowing that space. Like I always just, I was like, I used to talk about my day or like what we were going to do next, and she would shut down too. Those moments that I'm just like, I'm not going to say, well, it started out by accident. I'll be completely honest here. It started out by accident where I'm like, I just wanted to get home. I was probably tired or just whatever it was, probably just drained from my work day or something. And I was just like, I'm not going to say anything because it might set her off. And then this walk home is going to be horrible. And like, I don't have it in me today to like comfort her all the way on our walk home, like to have that in that moment. So I'm like, I'll ask these questions when we're at home in the comfort of our home where, she can go off and just be by herself. And I don't have to like not drag her, but like, get home. I find sometimes it's actually harder to have conversations in an uncontrolled environment. Because it's like she's losing it. I deep down inside want to lose it, but I got to hold it together so we can get home. And that doesn't help me either because I'm holding it all in and it's just this pile of mess. So in that day where I'm like, I don't want a pile of mess on our walk home, I just quietly walked home because I didn't want to hit a button.
Right.
I just wanted to get us home. And so we can get her to have a snack and, do her homework and that stuff. And it was in that moment of like sheer just determination of like survival, like getting through our walk, that she opened up to me. And then that's when I realized that it's in the quietness sometimes. Like we don't have to always fill that void, that quiet void with conversation. And we can just allow things to be. And our kids will, if they have something on their mind, they might actually share too. But I always felt like I needed to be talking to her, like be, involved in a conversation. But it doesn't always necessarily have to be the case.
Yeah. Sometimes the best way to help with, at least with our kids' challenges, is just provide a safe, quiet place for them to be.
And it's just, for me, too, it's also focusing, being present, right? Like not thinking about so it's not about walking and like, I'm not thinking about like, oh, when I get home, I got to do this, and this.
You're not looking at your phone.
Yeah, no phone. My phone's always tucked away. Sometimes it's there to check the time, but usually we have no time. We don't have to be home at a certain time. We just allow the walk. But it's just being present. Like sometimes I'll just like take in the scenery. We walk through the park, so I just look at things. I listen to things. I might just look at her or whatever it might be, but I'm present in that moment, not thinking about anything. And it is really beautiful. And if no conversation happens, that's okay too. And I think maybe she just needs that quiet place as well to just be. Because she's been at school all day where it's just yammer, yammer, yammer with kids and teachers telling them what to do and what not to do. And so it allows quiet, like it's a walking meditation if we're not talking.
Yeah. So we've discussed our challenges, and in the process, we've learned that, like us as a couple, we've learned that our kids are also, like, whatever we're going through, they're probably feeling it too in some way, whether it affects them directly or indirectly and in different ways. So I'm glad that we learned something important that I wouldn't think of
because
before.
They're still young, so learning this now is really great because like we mentioned the other episode with challenges, life always has challenges. Our kids are like young, they're going to have multiple challenges throughout their life. And multiple changes throughout their life. We have some as a family changes coming up. And, it's just realizing this now that they're also feeling things is really important now. So we can, help them throughout their challenges and struggles. But we also have to be aware and mindful that we can't do it for them. We have to just support them. So we hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Bye for now.